Game number 2 is getting underway right now, guys. Zalae is up to a 1-0 lead. Ostkaka, he's looking to tie things up, but he's got to win this game if he wants that. The last thing he needs to be doing is falling down 2 games.
Maybe we're going to see that Paladin deck that he did so well with yesterday. He got him 2 wins in his match.
Yeah, he certainly did. He's just going to run it back, though.
He's going to run it back, and he's going to get a mirror match here from Zalae. We said that we might see more than one of these in this match.
Yeah, I anticipated it, and Zalae, once again, it looks to me like he's going to have a little bit of an edge in this one because he's got Harrison Jones added into this build.
Yeah, love seeing that from him. If you think you're going to be playing mirrors, you might as well add a card in there that's going to really help you bust the mirror wide open because these decks draw a lot of cards.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You know, if you think Ostkaka is going to continue to play Grim Patron Warrior, you might as well put something in there to give you an edge in the matchup.
Yep, and buckle in, boys. This one's probably going to take a little bit of time as well, this mirror match. So people can get blown out rather early if you can go off on turn 5. Sometimes it's good enough, but they can usually recover as well.
Yeah, pretty decent opening hands in both these guys. They both have a weapon. They both have some card draw effects in their hand. The big difference is that Zalae's a little bit more of a swingy card draw effect. Yeah,
he's going to be able to have a huge turn with the Harrison Jones. Just at the right moment, he's going to be able to take a weapon away from Ostkaka, probably take away a whirlwind effect from a Deathspite and draw some extra cards.
Now, that's not always been the way that I think that, Harrison Jones necessarily should be played. We've seen a lot of players pass on opportunities when it can draw them cards, and it comes back to haunt them sometimes.
Yeah, we've seen people with Harrison Jones actually pass up playing it in some situations, favoring other things as well, then never getting a situation where they could play it for value later in the game, and then they end up dying with it in their hand.
Yeah, dying with that card in your hand is the last thing you want to be doing. I mean, it's in this deck for these big swings, so you do run that risk. At times it is going to happen, but avoiding that, I think, is honestly should be a relatively high priority.
So where does Zalae go from here, like from this turn, since there's an Armor Smith on the side of the board?
I think he just continues to be patient, but he's not going to. Seems to be like, wants to get use out of this Fiery War Axe, and frankly, I can't blame him. It's not the best card in this matchup.
Yeah, I don't blame him either, and you got to believe Zalae has a lot of hours clocked in the mirror match here.
Oh, I have no question about it. I mean, this clearly is the deck that he's played over the last few months more than just about anything else. If you watch his stream, you see him play a lot of Hunter, you see him play some Rogue, you see him play a ton of Warrior, though.
Yeah, he's known a little bit for the other decks, but lately it has been this one and this one alone. Even Dog said it when he played against Zalae. He knew he was going to play this deck because it was all Zalae was playing at his house.
Yeah, I am a little bit surprised that Ostkaka chose to go with Acolyte of Pain here. I think it's literally because he had a second Acolyte of Pain. But Zalae has clearly thought this through, knew that he would very often be attacking a second minion with Fiery War Axe, has Armor Smith to contest it right afterwards.
Yeah, Ostkaka picking up a Battle Rage, not a bad one either. Any of the card draw is really big, impactful in this matchup.
Yeah, the first thing he's got to do, though, is he's got to actually put himself in the damaged zone. I mean, that's sort of one of the interesting mechanics of this deck is that sometimes foregoing armor is a better play, and we actually saw Ostkaka do that in one of his matches.
Yeah, it's a great play from them. They get to take damage, and maybe that's one of the reasons Zalae was so aggressive with his weapon early.
That definitely is a very high possibility as well. If he puts 1 damage on himself, suddenly Battle Rage will draw him an extra card.
Yeah, and if you can get Battle Rage off for 2, maybe 3 cards, that is huge in this matchup. Paying that little bit of mana for those many cards can easily swing a game.
I don't think I've ever seen the 8 card draw.
the full Monty?
Yeah, the full. I don't think I've seen the full Monty off Battle Rage, and I don't think ever.
It's probably never actually happened, Nathan.
It's just never occurred.
Yeah, well, if someone has 7 minions to play, like, how are they losing? Like, why do you even need to cast Battle Rage? The game's over.
Man has flown past Pluto and taken pictures of it. Man has discovered mathematics and invented computer machines that allow those to connect with others across the world. But man has never gotten an 8-card Battle Rage.
Yep, that's exactly it. It's just never happened.
What now?
Yep. Pretty simple play here from Ostkaka. Just get Deathspite in play, crash some of this armor away. Shield Slam is at times found in some of these builds.
Yeah, we've seen Shield Block and Shield Slam show up in a little bit of them. And, from Zalae, I like that play. He gets some damage in, but doesn't actually damage Ostkaka's hero. He sheds all of the armor. Great play.
I'm certain that's something he's thinking about, too. He knows that Battle Rage isn't going to be active. I mean, if there's one guy who's paying that close of attention, it is Zalae.
Yeah, now this may sound like something very, very small, but it has a big effect on these games, and every card matters in this match so much. Everyone's tiptoeing around each other. No one wants to be the first one to mess up, or sometimes you don't even want to be the first one to make a move.
Yeah, this is one of those spots, too, where, Zalae's hand is relatively unexciting. this could be a spot where Harrison Jones comes in. But that's the kind of thing that Ostkaka's looking for exactly. If this Harrison Jones happens on a Fiery War Axe, there's no way that he's going to be able to pick off the Death Spite afterwards. There's no chance he's running Acidic Swamp Ooze and Harrison Jones. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, there's almost no chance he has both of those. I don't think, Zalae's that crazy to get, both those cards in his deck.
It's like right when he draws like Bloodsail Corsair or something weird. Like, yo, he didn't have Acidic Swamp Ooze.
Yeah, he's like, I just wanted to play a little bit of Face Warrior and, Grim Patron. I just wanted to mix and match it up,
Hey, Purple's played Face Warrior. You never know, maybe a little bit of influence.
I mean, he lives right down the hall from him. Maybe he, he's got him drinking the Kool-Aid.
With the mailing address right down the hall. Harrison Jones is going to be the play. Honestly, I can't blame him for this either. It's like his hand just looks so dreadful that getting a 5-4 on board and getting some extra stuff, it's just totally vital here.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's just trying to get some tempo in this game.
Yeah, Ostkaka now, a lot of plays though. Death Spite looks so strong right here. It puts him down into the damage zone. He can start utilizing that Battle Rage a little bit better. And then at the same time, it takes care of a 5-4. What more can you ask for?
Yeah, I mean, Death Spite looks absolutely fabulous here.
Yeah, I don't mind starting with the Slam on your Acolyte either. Drawing 2 cards off of it is very, very reasonable. Yeah, it's going to be Death Spite here. Cannot blame him whatsoever. Again, just fantastic turns from both of these guys so far.
Yeah, Ostkaka definitely in the lead here, though, is Acolyte of Pain and this Death Spite. His hand looks a little bit better going forward.
Yeah, the Emperor Thorson, I think, is really the big tiebreaker in this one. I think both these guys' hands are pretty darn similar, honestly. Just the big difference is Emperor Thorson is going to unlock a lot of this potential.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see Zalae still hunting for cards here. You see him, play something like Gnomish Inventor, or, he's going to get aggressive with this Grim Patron here, while Ostkaka, already has Emperor set up and ready.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty darn good play from Zalae here, too. Gets to set up Unstable Cool behind this as well, and that's going to take away a lot of the ability for Ostkaka to really do something about it. He's actually just going to Whirlwind instead, though. That's a little bit curious to me. I'm not sure I'm the biggest fan of this play, but I don't mind it at all either. It still puts a lot of pressure on Ostkaka. Honestly, both of them I think are totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, I like this play from Zalae. It's aggressive. It makes Ostkaka have to have something to get out of this. And how is Ostkaka going to deal with this?
It's going to be tough. I mean, he cannot use Death Spite now, and that's really the bigger picture of this. Unstable Ghoul or Whirlwind both shut those off. And, kind of looking at this board, I think in this position, I have to say that Zalae's just valuing the coin more than he's valuing the utility effect of something like Whirlwind, and that's why he's gone with this play. But I think that using the Unstable Goal here is better. But again, keeping the coin, I think, is probably one of his agendas right now.
Yeah, I just think he wanted to make that play no matter what. It had nothing to do with the coin. Yeah, but you're going to see Ostkaka get this Emperor Thorson into play. It gives him a chance to start winning from here. That's the problem, is he really needs to get back in this game, and him trying to fight for the board right now and fight these Grim Patrons, that's not getting him where he needs to be.
What a draw from a Zalae, too. Able to take out Emperor Thorson, able to make more Grim Patrons. Just the world on his side right now.
Yeah, great draw from here. It's unbelievable how a card like Enrage, this little inauspicious zero casting cost card that wasn't played for a while, is just so big in this deck and so important.
Just have to see exactly how he wants to tackle this one. One of the big things too is that he is, after this is gone, he's kind of running out of stuff. So he's going to play Warsong Commander here. He's just going to turn up the heat. And here's step number 1. Doesn't even really have to use Enrage. He's going to use Enrage, but it doesn't really give him too terribly much in this spot. The bigger story is that he's killing Emperor Thorson and he's filling up his board almost unstoppable. Just look at the power of this deck. I mean, what on earth is Ostkaka going to do to get it out of it? Does he have a Brawl in his deck, maybe?
We've seen people like Era have Brawls in their deck like this, but he has to find a huge Grim Patron turn himself, but I don't think he has time.
I mean, where do you find? You're at 9 and you're 6. Sorry, you're at 3 and you're staring down. No, wait. What? I thought that one had already attacked. What's going on here? I just completely missed all these attacks that were happening. My mind is just blown right now. This much damage is dealt.